Entertainment reporter Sean Borg. Welcome, Sean.
I cheekily called a well-known singer who duetted with Michael and requested an interview for a well-known British newspaper, and she politely declined, but we did chit-chat on the phone, and she told me that she'd spoken to Michael the Tuesday before his death. It could be just some over-imaginative Hollywood publicist manager, actually, wanting to revive the flagging career of Macaulay Culkin. It's very possible. Debbie Rowe signed a confidentiality agreement when she took on the surrogacy to be the mother of Michael Jackson's children, and that's why she's not able to speak. From sources I'm hearing, she doesn't want any part in the children's lives, but as the children get older, I think they might want to know their mother. I think most people would, but, you know, I don't think that's the case right now.
Sean Borg, our international entertainment reporter, joins us now. And Sean, you were front and center last night. You were also backstage. You had spies everywhere.
I did. It was a great show. I mean, it had all the dynamics that Madonna would normally put on. Apparently, there was just a very quick hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Of course, one of my spies said, you know, Justin's terrified of Britney, because I think, you know, there's always that rumor that she's a little bit kind of still, you know. But I think we gave Madonna a bit of a hard time when I was last on the show. You know, she's going through so much. She's got a grueling tour to finish. Her father is very sick right now, which is something the media haven't actually jumped on. It didn't really have the sort of buzz that we all expected it to have. I think she looked great, and it was great to see Britney compared to what she looked like a year ago, because where she was going a year ago was certainly not to be on stage in front of like hundreds of thousands of people. That is the big story right now, and I believe that it will, you know, unfold as it always has with me.
Stay on top of it for us, and we'll have you in for more scoop on Madonna. I appreciate it, Sean.
Thank you.
You broke the exclusive right here about Britney, possibly her video being cut, but now we're hearing her wanting maybe Britney and Justin Timberlake to sing with her.
Correct. That's the story I broke in the UK Sun newspaper last week, and that's her plan. She was calling Britney regularly when Britney was going through her problems, and Britney wasn't returning Madonna's calls. I can tell you that for a fact. And Lynn was the one that got Britney and Madonna talking, and then the rest we know. But the plan is to reunite Justin and Britney on stage at one of the tour dates. I believe there were sort of a number of text messages, and I'd go so far as to say flirty text messages between Madonna and A-Rod. In my opinion, she's kind of played him a little bit. I think she's enjoyed the attention. I believe that her and Guy are in this kind of, in my opinion, a loveless relationship. Madonna's normally sort of unflappable in the face of controversy. And, you know, we're seeing strains, we're seeing photographs of her drained in the media, and I believe it's taken its toll. I also believe that Madonna, being the all-powerful superstar she is, many a Hollywood scandal are hushed up. I also believe with all the power she has, why hasn't she sent lawyers' letters out to every tabloid magazine and newspaper?
She's got a tour coming up, and she's loving it.
Entertainment reporter Sean Borg, who's been covering this story since Ledger's death back in January.
That was always a conspiracy theory that was going on, that was blown off by many major news sources. We talked about it back in February, earlier this year, the week of Heath's death, and it was always kind of a mystery going on. It was something that I said on the show back then, and that I always thought that this story would always resurface its ugly head, and it has. I'm hearing she's staying for the next 4 days, and she arrived via helicopter in the dead of the night from the rooftop to the hospital.
Some black ops stuff.
You know, and you know, my sources are telling me that that's exactly how she's going to leave. She'll be avoiding the paparazzi at all costs. Hello magazine in the UK, the Marchesa de Varela, she's like the main head coordinator for the magazine, and on behalf of Eduardo Sanchez, who is the magazine's owner, they've put an offer in for £5 million per pit. They're also in danger of becoming this power couple, which I think makes people less interested in them as actors and more interested in them. We want to see them in the glitzy magazines. We want to see this glamorous couple. And I think that makes you less likely to go and watch them in the movie because you take them less seriously. Like you say, Mighty Heart was a mighty flop. I thought it was a great film, but I think there are a lot of people out there who would be like, oh God, she's on too many magazine covers.
Overexposure.
It's overexposure, majorly. So they are in danger of going down that path. I mean, now, today, but they are the nearest thing Hollywood has to royalty. I mean, we're looking at footage. I'm looking at stuff on Angelina and Brad, and it's almost like Charles and Diana back in the 80s. And it's kind of a little bit overexposed. Hey, forget it. They are Hollywood actors. Go back and make movies.
You've been on top of this from the start. You're very connected to your folks back in London.
Yeah, we did. And I think what it was is that when I was on the show a couple of months ago, we were talking about the Madonna meltdown. There was a lot of drama going on behind the scenes. Guy Ritchie was all over the place with his wife. Nobody knew what was going on in Madonna's life. Her personal life was in absolute turmoil. Back in the day, Madonna was always like that kind of loud, ferocious type of a celebrity.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get back to that. I think she will fight Guy. I think Guy will pull out the punches to defend himself, and that's what I'm being told in the UK, from sources in the UK. And I expect, over the next few weeks, revelations to come out. And I think, you know, in the papers tomorrow, there'll be much more news on the two of them that will be more shocking.
And I know you'll be bringing that to us.
Of course I will be. I hit the nail on the head right there. She's still in love with Brad Pitt, basically. I mean, I really do believe that. And I think she's seeing this happy family, and she doesn't have that. He found the role kind of disturbing to play, and it was a real dark role for him. And he recently told the New York Times, I think back in November, that he had problems sleeping. He was a doting dad. I mean, Matilda was the love of his life, and it would seem rather strange why this, you know, great actor would suddenly just take his life like this. It truly is a shock. Until it unfolds, we won't really know for sure. Mary-Kate's obviously put out a statement today, a very short but sweet and polite statement, but we're not really getting
It was a statement of absolutely nothing, by the way.
I mean,
it
really,
was like,
one sentence.
I'm sorry, it's sad.
And, you know, to be honest with you, that's kind of not on. I mean, you know, she is a key part to this. Though the police are not investigating right now, and the reports have been true that they're not investigating, they will be curious to find out what her involvement is, and I think that's what's going to unfold. The reports were that there was a $20 bill found. That was true. It's been sent for analysis. However, there's no conclusive evidence that there was any illegal drugs, and that's been confirmed by the NYPD. The rumour is that he had a date with a girl the night before and seemed happy. I mean, the reports back from London from the weekend is that the actor was happy, and I've spoken to various people in London that are close friends with Heath, and there was not a problem. So it really does suggest that this is an accidental death.
All right, Sean Borg, page6.com. Thank you very much for the knowledge, and you guys have done a great job on breaking the story and keeping up with it.